Hello and welcome to Danny Boy Golf. I'm here at Bowood Park Golf Club, just outside Camelford in Cornwall. I'm joined by Max, who's the director of golf.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be out playing this lovely golf course for the first time in about 15 years. Max here is going to talk us through a little bit about the golf course, the history, and anything we need to know for when you come and play this lovely course.
So hi guys, Max here at Bowood Park. We were established in 1992. The course was routed by Eddie Connaughton and Brian Huggett, who was a former Ryder Cup player. It was originally started as a 18-hole golf course with a clubhouse. Over the time period of 32 years, we've developed the business with an extensive restaurant, 32-room hotel. So we do offer stay and play breaks as well as day visitors. Membership wise, we tend to cap the membership at 400 players just so that we can utilize tee times for everybody. The course is a par 72, measures out at around about 6,700 off the back tees. Fairly challenging course, sort of it got rated quite well a few years ago when it comes to the front nine being quite scoreable. Back nine tightens up and it is definitely a bit more of a challenge when you get into the bottom holes, such as 13 and 15, quite challenging holes and also picturesque at the same time.
I've noticed on the scorecard and on the course planners that you can buy from here that one of them's 600 to 620 yards off the bat.
That's right, yeah. I mean, we've gradually extended that hole over the years. The very, very back tip championship tee actually measures out at 650. We are one of the longest par fives in the southwest. I think there is one other par five in the southwest, which I believe is at the Players Club in Bristol, which measures out a little bit more than that.
Is there any holes that we should be wary about, or
like I say, front nines gives you a little bit of a chance to build a score. There's two holes on the front nine that obviously bring a bit of difficulty. 5 and 7, they can be challenging. With here, the wind direction is kind of pivotal where you can score. Predominantly southwest breezes give you quite a good chance to score. Anytime that the easterly winds kick up here, it gets really challenging. And as I say, back nine, best tip I have for around here is hit where you can see. There are a few places where you have hidden lies where you can get yourself into some pretty bad spots by short-siding yourself and things. Yeah. So it's just a case really of being strategical on the back nine more than anything.
And how much is it for someone like myself to come here on a day out?
Yeah, so we offer various different options. Our twilight rates to date from 2 p.m. as little as £45 a round. Mainstream prices, 55 at midweek anytime, and also 65 at weekends. But to be honest with you, the value lies in the stay and plays. So if you wanted to stay here for one night, bed and breakfast, 2 rounds of golf, in the main season, you're looking at £150 per person. So it's really good value.
And that makes it really good for people like me or anyone who loves playing golf and wants to try out a course, because it's great value for money, especially with the views as well. In this, like in the valley, and then you look out across the valley and it's beautiful views.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, we get really good support from our customers in terms of groups, anywhere from, you know, if it's just a group of couples of 2 of you, or even we have groups as big as 50 and 60 that come and visit. We try and make it as good a time as we can for people. You know, we're quite relaxed.
When I was a junior, I came here and played in a away day where there was about 20 of us, and I just fell in love with it. It's like such a good course and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I've grown up playing golf here since I was 13 years old. I'm 32 now, so it's one of those courses that, of course, I'm going to sound biased, but it's one of those courses where I go and play, and every single time I play it, there's always that little bit of element of difficulty that is more of a challenge each time. Over the years, we've toyed with the course, growing the rough up and, you know, having it shorter, but with the quantity of golf that we get over the place now, we tend to have it quite forgiving, just more for the speed of play than anything.
Well, thank you for that insight. We're going to go around onto the first tee, and I might catch you later and let you know how we get on.
I hope you have a good game. Cheers, Danny.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. We're here on the first tee at Bowood. It's 380 yards off the backs. There's a white post, black and white post in the middle of the fairway, which is our target line. And that's at around about 250 yards. So with the tee shot, you want to be aiming at that, hopefully get it to it, or for the bigger hitters, straight over it, and you'll be fine. So let's tee off and see how we go. It's just gone down the right hand side of the fairway, and the wind's really strong into us at the moment, so it's just held it up short. Right, second shot into this par 4 to start. Got a bit of an overhanging tree here in front of me, but I'm going to take a 5-iron, about 180, 190 yards left in. Wind's into us, so should be all right. Just down on the right hand side of the green. I've just come up short of this green, just caught this rough patch on the hill, so I'm just going to land it onto the apron of the green and let it roll down. Right, putting for a par, slight right to left, but nothing major, so I'm just going to roll it up. Hole 2 is 129 yards. Wind is kind of into us. I'm going to try and play it down the left hand side of the green, and it'll roll down onto the green. Everything slopes from left to right on this green. That should be straight at it. Straight on the front of the green. Right, I've just come up short of the green, not by much. I'm going to putt it. It's going to go from left to right, so I'm just going to start it a little bit out to the left and hope for it to come back in. Left myself a little 6-foot cut for par. And that's my par. Hole 3, this is a par 5, 490 yards. The wind is slightly left to right and into us. There's edge of the fairway around about 250 run out, and it's a slight dog leg to the right. A good tee shot, just try and get it down the left hand side and have it roll on to the middle of the fairway would be ideal, and it'll give you a good second shot in. There is a bunker hidden behind the trees on the right hand side at around about 200 yards. So that might be in play today with the wind being how it is. There's a good strike. It's just gone round about to the right of that bunker which I was on about. I'll show you it when we get up there. Right, I've come across onto the other fairway off of the tee, which has actually given me not too bad of a line in. I can see the flag still about 250, 280 yards down there. So I'm just going to play this one down the left, get back onto our fairway, give me a chance to get on the green in three. That should be down there on our fairway. Probably about 80 yards left to go. Third shot, I've got about 60 yards left. I'm in the right hand side of the fairway on the rough. See if I can get it on that left hand side of the green. That's coming around nicely off of the banks. Should be on the left hand side of the green. Right, so I've made it onto the front of the green here. Left myself a good 20-foot putt for par. This is my fourth shot. And now I'm just going to tap it in. I think it's actually a five. So I'm just tapping it in for a par now. Hole 4 is a par 4, 325 yards. It's uphill, right to left. And there's a bunker on the left hand side of the fairway which is at 200 yards from this back tee. So I should be able to just about clear it, and that will give me a nice little chip in for the second shot. I've just gone past the left hand side of that bunker, so I should have a nice decent second shot in from there. Right, second shot into this par 4. I've avoided the bunker which is on the left of the fairway. I've just come to the left of that. I've got a couple of trees and power cables to go over. You could play a low one to the right hand side of the green and try and avoid that bunker which is in front of us, or you can just try and launch it high, get it over these cables and trees, and hopefully land on the green, which is what I'm going to attempt to do. Only 100 yards left in. I've just made it onto the front of the green. I've avoided the power cables, just gone through them, and I've landed on the front end of the green. Right, so I've found myself about a third of the way onto the front right hand side of the green. Left myself about a 20-foot putt for birdie. It's going to slope slightly from right to left, but nothing too big. My aim is just to get it close to the hole and tap it in. If it goes in, it goes in. And now I've just got a nice little tap in for par. Hole 5 is 420 yards from the whites, which is where I am. This is a par 5 off of the ladies' tees, but it's a par 4 for the men's tee and competitions. The hole is slightly right to left. There is a massive pond down halfway, like 3/4 of the way down the fairway, which from here is about a 300 run out. So I'm not going to hit it that far. So I should be able to hit it down the middle of the fairway and give myself a chance to get on in 2. That's gone straight down the middle of the fairway. It's kicking left off of the banking. I'm in line with the pond, so I should have a nice second shot in from there. Right, second shot into this par 4. The flag is straight over that bunch of big trees in the middle near the pond. I'm just going to take my 5 wood. I should be able to clear it. It's about 180 left in, so I should be able to get up onto the green no problem from here. Just got to avoid that tree. Ball's above my feet, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. That's landed just on the right hand side of the green, I think. I can't see exactly because I'm blocked out by the tree, but that was a great strike. Right, I found myself on the top right hand side of the green, which is great. Pins at the back here. I've avoided the big slope on the middle of the green, so I should have a decent, slightly uphill putt, a little bit right to left. Putting for birdie. Just ran past the edge, but I've got a nice tap in now for par. And that's a par. On to the next. Right. Hole 6 is a par 3. It's 174 yards to the back, to the middle of the green. There's 2 bunkers guarding the green, one on the left and one on the right, which is right in front of where the flag is. The wind is slightly right to left, so it should help get my tee shot into the middle of the green. Gonna hit my 7-iron. The wind's just bringing it back in now. Just on the right hand side of the green. Right. I've just found myself on the apron of the green. It's come down off of this banking around the back of the bunker. I've got about a 25-30 foot putt for birdie. Again, the key for me as a average golfer is just to get it close to the hole and try and tap it in. If it goes in, it goes in. Just past the right hand edge of the hole. Should have a tap in now for par. I just missed it, so that's going to be a bogey. Right. Hole 7. This is the par 5 we told you about this morning. This is 650 yards from these back tees. Sometimes they're a little bit further forward at 600 yards, but today they've put them right at the back just for me. This is playing 650 yards, slightly downwind, which is going to help today. The black and white post in the distance is around about 300 yards away. So, good tee shot, open fairway, just trying to hit it down the middle and get ready for your long second, or if you want to lay up so you got a decent shot in for your third. That is straight down the middle of the fairway, slightly left of the black and white marker. That's going to give me a good view for my second shot. The second shot into this monster par 5. I still can't even see the green. I'm about 350 yards. So what I'm going to do is take my 5 wood, aim down to the second black and white post, and hopefully I'll be able to avoid any dangers like the ponds and stuff and have a decent third shot onto the green. That's just gone down the far right hand side of the fairway. Should be able to see the green from there, and hopefully we get on the green for free, putting for birdie. Third shot into this monster par 5. I got some trees in the way. I got the bunker just short of the green on the right hand side. So wind blowing into us a bit from left to right. I'm gonna try and hit it over this tree, which is on the left hand side of me, and just let the wind bring it in and hopefully get it onto the green. And that's coming in nicely onto the left-hand side of the green, giving myself a chance of a birdie putt, hopefully. I found myself just off the left-hand side of the green. Forgot to bring me pitching wedge or 9-iron with me to chip it. So I'm just going to have to make do and putt it. It's going to be uphill through the rough and hopefully get close for my birdie putt and tap it in for a par. Didn't quite hit it, giving myself a tricky putt for par now. But on this monster par 5, I'll take a bogey if I have to, but this is to go in for a par. Just missed it, but it's a tap-in bogey. That's a 650-yard par 5, and if you want to spin the camera around, look at these views. We've just come up from up there. We're playing these holes next. Let's move on to the next hole. Right, we're here on the 8th. It's 374 yards down into the valley and then up a steep hill slightly to our right. Just to get to the dip in the valley there is 200 yards. And to clear the trees is 250 yards. So for me, I'm trying to hit the ball into the middle of the fairway and get it chasing up the hill as far as I can to give me an easier second shot. And that's finished just up on the left-hand side of the fairway, slightly in the rough, behind, just up past the left-hand set of trees that you can see. Should have a decent second shot. Right, so I found my tee shot just past the trees which were on the left-hand side. Got about 140 uphill to the flag, which is just on top of the hill there. I'm going to take an 8-iron and get it up there onto the green. That's all over it. Oh, just a slight nasty kick to the left, but on the green. Right, so I'm on the green, on the left-hand side of the green here. I've avoided the bunkers either side of the green, which you can't see from down there. If you read your course management card that you can buy, then that will tell you everything you need to know about each hole, and it gives you a really good green complex, so it'll tell you where it's sloping. This one is going to be slightly uphill and very slightly from left to right. I'm about 40 foot away from the flag, putting for a birdie. I've got great distance just slightly offline. I didn't start it far enough left, but I've got myself a nice tap in par. Look at the views. The views are amazing on this course. The greenkeepers do a really good job looking after this course for everybody. Right, hole 9 is 387 yards. It's a very slight dog-leg right to left. There's the group of trees here on the left that you can see is around about 250 yards away, and if you go to slightly to the right of it, the small tree in the closest to the fairway is around about 300 yards. So for me, the tee shot would be middle of the fairway or slightly right of the fairway. It'll open it up and hopefully give you a better line in for your second shot. I've had a really good strike straight up the right hand side of the fairway. That's going to leave me a slightly longer shot in, but hopefully it'll be a better view to the green. Alright, second shot into this par 4. I'm on the right hand edge of the fairway, which is where I want to be. I've got a good view into the flag. Didn't quite make it on the green, but I'm close enough. Right, so I've just come up short of this green. Didn't quite have enough club. The wind was hurting it from right to left a lot, so it made it die. Got myself a nice little chip in here. Flag's in the middle of the green, there's no real danger, so just chip it on and hopefully get myself a par putt. It's slightly on the back of the green, but I've got a decent putt. Right, got myself a par putt here. Slightly left to right, but it's going to be mainly flat. Great pace, just slightly offline. Give myself a tap in for a bogey. And that's a bogey. It rounds up the front 9 here. Let's move on to the back 9. So as you can see, a good start to his front 9. Bogeys only on the 1st, 6th, 7th and 9th. I'm 4 over, which ain't bad for my handicap. And I'm going to go on to back 9, see if I can do any better. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see all the work that I'm doing here in Cornwall and elsewhere. And I'll see you on the back 9.